Hello, this is Broly, SS God. I'm back with another video. Wow. I've been telling you guys, bro. I said, you know what? Pretty soon, that PS5 Pro is gonna be over $900, and I was right. It finally happened. And you know what? I also was saying that you know what Sony's gonna do? Sony's gonna pretty much charge for the updates they're doing. Now think about this. They actually bumped up the price of everything once they did that PS5 Pro, PSSR2 update, right? Think about this, right? All this time they never did no kind of they haven't did another you know, big price hike till now. So to me, in my opinion, it feels as though they want to. Mark Cerny wants to be pretty much reimbursed the money he put back into the PS5 Pro. Now I know that they're pricing other stuff too, as far as the PS Portal and also the OG PS5. But I feel like they did that because they didn't want to look suspicious about only. They didn't want to look suspicious about just doing the Pro only and not the other two platforms, which is the PS5, OG PS5, and the PS Portal. So what they did was they bundled everything in one. Say that way it wasn't suspicious. Like okay, you got all three of them being price high instead of just it being the PS5 Pro. In my opinion, that PS5 Pro bumped it up like that, bro, because Bart Cerny got paid. He's getting reimbursed for his payment, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, because to me, it's just weird. All this time till now, after that PSSR update 2, they didn't want to update up that price up. And another thing too, in my opinion, they're also doing this to justify if they um make the PS6 more pricier, you know what I'm saying, more higher in price. So they could be like, well, look at the other models, the other older consoles. They were already high in price, $600 for OG PS5, like what, digital, something like that, 649 for digital, not digital, CD, the disc drive, right? And the Pro's already 899, so you can't really complain because those consoles are already up in price. So they'll use that logic. You know what I mean? I hope I hope they don't do that. But in my opinion, is this. I mean, it can go either way. They can either use that as an excuse, which is last gen, which would be this year, could be last gen next year if they put out the PS6, right? To say, well, look what we did last year, so that's why it's up this high, right? But the only problem to me is this: if they're gonna price the PS6 up to $900 to $1,000, I'm not buying it. Even though I've been sitting here saying, I want the PS6, I want the PS6, I want the PS6, I really want the PS6. I don't want to pay no $1,000 for no PS6. I don't want to pay no $900 for no PS6 either. So like, this is crazy. But I've been saying the PS5 Pro wasn't worth it, and it's definitely ain't worth it now. You know what I'm saying? So for somebody to get into PlayStation ecosystem, the best thing for y'all guys to do is get the OG PS5 or the PS5 Slim over $600, man. Or get a PS Portal for $250. You know what I'm saying? I never try to make people buy something with too expensive. That's something I never did. I never tried to say get a pro, get a pro. I don't do that. Like I know there's an option to get one, but I'm not gonna sit there and try to herd everybody over to the higher console because it's supposed, even though it's supposed to be a better console, there are other consoles, which is cool. But at the same time, it ain't worth it. In my opinion, it's not worth the price. Never was worth the price, in my opinion. That's why I said wait for the PS6. Now, it's sad, and I hope the guys Sony does not actually try to make PS6 up to $900 to $1,000. Like I said, if that happens, I'm not buying it. I'm not supporting that because see, this is why. Look, that's why I had a problem with the Pro, right? Because when people buy the Pro and sit there and make videos every day, tell them buy this and buy that and buy this and buy that, you're pretty much giving Sony the okay to keep raising up game console prices. Then you got people out here saying, "Well, I don't money's not an object to me." Blah blah blah. That's good for you, but at the same time, it's like even you can get outpriced in money. Everybody, some people think that get so cocky to say that they can buy everything they want, but they really can't. Once Sony start hitting to those celebrity status, I know I'm being funny right now, but like, what if it start going to almost to $1 million? What you gonna say then? I'm pretty sure such a price range at that time period for $1 million. I know I'm being silly, but I'm just saying like everybody will have a limit sooner or later about buying things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I'm looking at it, like it seems like Sony's trying to go for like the more of the upper class and like celebrity status. I've been saying this before. Like we're seeing so many movies how people, in the gaming space, it got so hard to get games. Like it started getting so like an apocalyptic type of era. Like games are so expensive, only the rich can play it. That's what it seems like it's happening right now. Like games got so expensive now, that's like only the rich can start playing games. Like you gotta be a celebrity to start playing games. You know what I'm saying? Like it's for celebrities only. Like they're gonna have people that can't afford it to sit on the sidelines and watching niggas play games in front of their face. As far as like celebrities with crazy dough, crazy cash. I'm seeing it happen right now, bro. Look at the Xbox Series, the Xbox Helix coming out. Supposedly over $1,000 and change for that too. So, and the thing about it is crazy is these prices are not going down. That's sick, bro. That's crazy work right there, bro. Like, in my opinion, all these companies are being greedy. I don't care what nobody say, bro. Like Sony, especially Microsoft, Xbox, they're a $4 trillion company. They got no excuses. Sony, they got billions of dollars too. That got no excuses. You know what? None of them got no excuses. Besides, they want more money. That's all there is to it. Now I can say that Sony did hold up for a long time. They did do a price hike though, but they held up for a good while. I'll give them that. But it seemed like to me, like I said, that pisser. I told y'all. So they're gonna start charging y'all for them updates. And as soon as they drop that update, bro, come on, man. A month later now, y'all gotta pay more money for that PlayStation 5 Pro. That's crazy work, bro. Hey, look. That's what we for the PS6. And I've been saying that. Wait for the PS6, bro. I'm not paying all that money now and then next year a PS6 come out. But you got niggas today still saying buy a PS5 Pro, no jump on it now. No. I'm not gonna pay those $700, $800 for a console now. I pay another $700, $800 for a console next year for a PS6. If it's that price. Ain't no way I'm doing that. But this is the problem here though, guys. And the way I kind of feel like Sony can't do the PS6 that high. You know what I'm saying? Because like, look, this is the thing. If they try to press the price of a PS6 to $900 to $1,000, people are not going to jump on that. I'm sorry, they're not going to. I mean, some will. Don't get me wrong, some will do it, but a very small portion will do that. A very small portion will say, you know what, I go ahead and buy, no problem, no problem. But the majority of the community will like, no, I'm not paying for that. Crazy. I'm not paying for no $1,000 PS6. You must be crazy. And you know what? And this is another thing too. If that PS6 costs $1,000, how much that PS6 Pro gonna cost? 2,000? So you see what I'm saying? That's going into PC. We're already going into PC prices right now. At that point, you might as well get a PC. Even right now, you might as well get a PC because the PS5 Pro costs $900, right? I'm like this, guys. I've been saying this in many videos, like months and years ago. I said this right here to my audience that listens to me. Now, if it gets to that point that we're getting priced out, what I'm gonna do is what I've been doing is I will play on my older consoles. Yes, sir. My PS3 still works. I can play online for free. I could buy games that I haven't played in ever played in my life and play those games. I don't have to worry about these games not coming out to the new consoles because you know they're not going to have it anyway. They're not going to bring those games that you want the most on these new generation consoles, right? So what I've been doing is I go back to my PS3. I find games like Splatterhouse. I just beat that game a few days ago, so proud of myself beating that game. Very fun game, Splatterhouse for PS3, the PS3 version. Beat it, and I loved it. I loved it, man. I've been buying games like Splatterhouse, games that won't never bring back. Also, Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. Right now I'm playing part one of that game. I love it. Of Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Um, Part two I beat that already because I also used to play that one, so I beat that one first. Now I'm working on the first one. You know what I'm saying? Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I bought Castlevania, Lords of the Shadows 2, all PS3 games. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be good. If I miss out on these great technology type of games, it's so big because I'm not gonna sit here and spend over $1,000 for a console. I'm not gonna sit here. It makes you feel as though that you're justified for your prices you're putting out here. I'm not doing that. And you know what? And that's the problem with a lot of these people that got good money like that has money like that to blow. It's like they're making it worse for people that don't want to pay that kind of price. That's not necessarily that we can't afford it, but who wants? I don't want to pay that kind of price. Because you know why? Because if you keep doing that, you're gonna make Sony want to go higher and higher in prices. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's like Sony. It's okay. I'll pay whatever you want, Sony. Keep on jacking up the prices. So I'm not doing that. You must be crazy to sit here and give Sony props for like um making games go sky high. Ain't no in the world I'll do that, bro. You never catch me sit here talking about something. Well, I got the money to buy this, so ain't no problem to me. No, I don't care how much money I got. I could be a millionaire. I would say the same thing. I don't want to spend that kind of money on no product, especially for a gaming console. No, don't want to do that. It ain't worth it. You might as well go to a PC, get what's called a 5090 or something. If you get into over the $1,000 price range, you might as well. Shoot. And this thing is like Sony don't care, bro. They don't care. They really don't. And I hear people saying that they think that Sony didn't want to do it. Nah, they've been wanting to do it. And you know why it tells me they've been wanting to do it ever since the PS3 era. They had the PS3 coming out for $600. Think about that, $600. And they came out of that Pro. What they do? $699. Come on now, come on now, $699. You know what I'm saying? So Sony always wanted to have the prices up high for their consoles, but they know that most people won't buy them like that because they're too expensive, so they had them lowered down. But since everybody's been praising how much the Pro was so worth it and this and that, that gave Sony more of an ego boost to say, you know what, got mind share, and people will actually buy it because they're so brainwashed about the Pro, and this just selling it for it. That's nothing. People, y'all are selling this thing for them. All your talk about the Pro this and Pro that, and it's so worth it. It's so worth it at that price. No, no. Because like I said earlier, they look at that like, well, they keep on praising that price being, even though it's high to people. And why not do it again? And let's look at see what they're going to say this time when I go from 699 to 899. Come on, bro. That is sick. That's some nasty, sick, disgusting work. And I'm a PlayStation guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big PlayStation guy. I like PlayStation a lot. I don't love them, but I like them. But at the same time, I can easily walk away from that and be like, you know what? Yeah, I can just stay on my PS3, my PS4, my PS5, and just get the PS6. Even though I've been the main one shouting for PS6 and everything, but not for them kind of prices. No siree, Bob, bro. I have my own limits myself. I got my limits. My limit is to $900 and up. Is my limit. Even $800. That's still too much money. I mean, I paid that kind of money for my OG PS5. The only reason why I did it because like I could not get one for almost a year or two. I was trying to get a PS5 in the stores. It never hit the stores. Never hit the store. I got tired of waiting for no daggone my PS5, so I went ahead and got it from StockX for like $875 for my OG PS5. I didn't want to do it, but I was like, man, I got no. I just got tired of waiting. I don't want to wait the whole 3, 4 years. I mean, 4, 5 years to get no PS5. I got mine within the next year or so. My PS5. And I kept trying like everybody was. I was going on YouTube, watching these guys talking about where all the PS5s are going to be located at, and trying to get right one in a certain area. They had like these little YouTube channels that had all the stores locations and everything, and what stores had the PlayStation 5s. And as soon as one pop in there, it'd be out within a second. I got tired of doing that day in and day out for years or for a year or two. I said, yeah, I'm tired of this. Get my PS5. And I noticed a lot of my friends got these PS5s, right? So I was like, wait a minute. How y'all get these PS5s like that and they supposed to be sold out? So one of my friends told me, hey, look, bro, check out StockX. They got them in there. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pay a little bit more money than what you're supposed to be paying, but you get one. So I went ahead and did that. I got my PS5. But I ain't going to lie, I was a little sketchy about doing that. I was a little hesitant of doing that because, like, I felt like they might steal my money, but that was legit. I got my PS5 within like a month or two. It came in. And I was calling niggas every day. Where my shit at, bro? Like, where my PS5? Like, what's going on, bro? Like, how long is it gonna take to get my PS5? So like, um, I think with them though, you don't actually talk to nobody. Like they like text you stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like they had to email you something or like text message you something back and forth. He had like a little ticket, whatever. Your ticket would pop up, and you know talk to him like that way. But I got my PS5 though. It was legit. So yeah, man. Like I didn't want to do that, but I just felt like I got tired of waiting. But back to the subject for the PS6, bro. I mean, I want it, but at the same time, bro, hey, I ain't paying $900 on my PS6 or $1,000. I'm not. I don't want to give Sony the satisfaction of thinking, yes, it's okay. I don't want to do that. I want to be a part of the group that says it's not okay. Go with your wallets till they say, you know what, yeah, lower the price. Same thing happened the PS3 era where they had a $600 price, and on PS3s were not selling like that, and it got so bad for them not selling on PS3s that they had to lower the price down. So they wasn't selling. Those PS3s were not selling. It was so bad for Sony. They literally had to go around from $600 to like what 300, 399, or 249 or 250. Something like that was real cheap. I know that. I know that much. Yeah. Yes, sir. So like, we have the power, guys. We have the power to vote with our wallet to say no. But the problem is, yeah, if you got YouTubers out here that stream every day that everything Sony does they disagree with, as far as stuff like high prices and stuff with PS5 Pro. If you got YouTubers like that, and you see people always trying to sell a Pro every day, even though people telling you guys like, "Hey man, it's too high, it's not worth it, it's a scam," and y'all still come out here every day doing pro content, talking about the pro is worth it, blah 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 blah. But that's not a steal, bro. I still would have been $499 to 500 or 550 that or 599. That would have been a steal. 699, that ain't no steal. I said between $400 to $500 would have been a steal, and some change. That would have been a steal for a PS5 Pro. But no, they want that money, man. What I've been hearing is like the PS4 Pro was like what? The same price as the PS5? From what I heard, I'm not for sure, but like I heard it was the same price as OG PS5. So they could have done the same thing with the Pro, but they didn't want to do that because they wanted more money. You know what? It's like it's almost as if they wanted to make up for the times of the PS3. No lie, it feels like they want to make up the time for the PS3 era when they lost out that $600 price range. And when they did that, I guess they were so mad about that. They said, "Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's go come back around again. Let's go come back around again." Yes, sir. And they did it right now with the PS5 Pro. That ass right back around again to $899. That's just crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna tell people now, when that happens, I suggest you guys buy the OG PS5 or the PS5 Slim or the PS Portal. Let that PS5 Pro rot. Let it dry rot. Show Sony F that Pro. We don't need that Pro. We don't want that Pro. We don't want that Pro cost. Y'all can have that Pro. Make them feel so bad they'll start doing pros. You know what I'm saying? They will stop doing pros, man. You know what? This goes to show us too. Like they had a plan. It's almost as if like they had a plan for this to happen. Like um, the reason why like they didn't give us the PS5 Pro and the PS5 base at launch. But then again, it doesn't even matter because they were still up the price out. You know what I'm saying? Like the OG PS5 been up longer than the PS5 Pro, and they still make the price sky high. You know what I'm saying? So that don't matter. It is what it is, man. It is being greedy, man. You're being so greedy right now. You know what's funny is that what I've been hearing about Xbox, they want to like lower the price of their consoles, and there's some got rumors about that. Rumors about the price going up with Xbox. Now all of a sudden, Sony wants to go up on the price of their consoles. Make that make sense? That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like they're really messing themselves up with that, and I hate to see that happen, but it is what it is, man. But like I said, if games go up that high as far as a console, yep, I was sticking to PS3, PS4, my OG PS5, and I just buy games from all the Amazon and give me some CDs, physical disc versions of this game, so I don't have to worry about nobody like taking my games off my console, nothing like that. Um, I suggest a lot of people do the same thing, man. If I was you guys, like, if I don't want to pay that kind of money for a console, hey, I would suggest y'all do the same thing. Go to your old school consoles, man, and just say F them and just have fun in the older games that we have. You know what I mean? Like this game right here, old game right here, but it came out a couple years ago for PS4 and PS5. See, right now I have the digital copy for this, so I basically go ahead and get the disc version of this game. I need to get the disc version. So for now, another thing people start doing is like buying more disc version games. So what ring comes out, and also that game Marvel Maximum Collection, I want to get the disc version of that if they have one, because I tried to get a disc version of Ninja Gaiden Black 2, but they didn't have it. And it's kind of funny how these companies be like, well, more more digital versions sold out than disc versions. Well, look, if you sit here and put it on disc version, I mean, uh, what do you call it? Digital only. Of course, you're gonna sell more for digital because you're putting in most of these games digital only anyway. Y'all ain't put these games out on disc like that, you know. So what happened to me was they put the game on digital first for this game right here. Marvel Awesome. I'm sorry, Marvel's Awesome Collection, whatever, right? So I got the disc version. I got the digital version first, and I was like, you know what? I'm good. I got the digital version, but now I'm like, nah. You know what? I need to go get that disc version too. When I get a chance, it's like having a digital version. I can't trust the fact that they might say, you know what? We don't want to have these on consoles no more because of licensing or something like that. Just take them off. Nah, I'm good. So I reckon they go ahead and get the disc version of these games. So that way they can't do nothing to it. They can't touch it. They can't delete the game or nothing. You know. Because if you don't know, I've seen sometimes things that happen that just say like if you own a digital version of a game right now, and something happens to that game, you know that Sony can go into your library and take that game out. Y'all know that, right? That ass, they can literally go into your library and take the game out that you paid for. Keep that in mind. So they have a lot of power over our library. These digital games, bro. Think about it. It's like okay, let's say for instance, like we bought a game right now. If we didn't like it, they got the ability to go ahead and check it out. But what I'm saying is, I had seen somebody talk about that earlier a while back. They was like, yeah, a game was like downloaded early or something like that. They was playing. I forgot what game it was. They was playing a game early, and Sony had found out they was playing the game super early. They went to that library and took it out. Dead ass. Took it right out. So I'm just giving people a heads up about that. To me, I think physical copies is a whole lot better than having digital copies. Like we have more power. Only thing about it though, it kind of sucks. It's like with a lot of these physical copy games, they're making us download crap. Now I don't like that because like it's like you need the internet to download physical stuff from this digital stuff to your physical stuff, which is crazy, but it happens a lot. So that could be a problem. I don't know if that could hinder us from playing the game from on the physical copies. You know what I mean? But not all physical copies are like that. But a lot of them are. You know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, but anyway, guys, the PS5 Pro is not worth it now at all. It wasn't worth it when it first came out, in my opinion. So yeah, just wait for PS6 and hope to pray that the PS6 is not over $900 to $1,000, guys. You know what I mean? It's just hope the guys is like a decent price range for everybody to play it and have fun. But these days, man, it's like I don't think these companies want to have fun no more. It's all about their wallets being like packed with live service games and us just like being in a you know being in like a what do you call it? Those wheels for like hamsters to a hamster wheel, just turning around or over in circles like just spinning like mad money for like skins and stuff like that. I like buying skins and everything, but like that's what they focus on now. Like us just being in like a loop of just buying stuff out of one game, like Fortnite. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I like playing Fortnite and everything. I think it's a cool game, but like I don't want to have all my games like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have every game to be a live service Fortnite game. You know, like I got that as it is, so I don't need another one. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is, it's like when they do make these kind of games like Fortnite, they don't know how to do it. They give you these generic looking characters, and you can't customize them. You can't you can't get like a celebrity skin like that for them. It's just some regular ass characters that look like trash, and they're supposed to have fun with that. Some big bird looking bride that look like she's about 500 pounds, or like some old looking black dude with like gray all in his face, gray hair all in his face, and she's skinny. And these young little chicks in the game is like 13, 15 years old. And it's like, okay, this game looks like trash. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why they make all the guys like ultra skinny and like old, and all the girls like extra young and like just too young. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know, man. But yeah, I think gaming is very much so going to be, you know, apocalyptic. Sorry to say it, man. You know, now if next year if Sony proves me wrong, say, hey, look, we got a good price for these consoles, and ain't no way I take it back. But we'll see. You know what I mean? Anyway, though, guys, this is all I gotta say to the video. Hope you guys like the what I had to say about my opinions about certain things with this, with the price hikes and how. Oh, before I go, I'm gonna warn y'all about this right here too. I don't know if I'm just being. There's something I gotta say before I go though. Remember how I said that So's gonna start charging y'all for price for updates and all that kind of stuff and pro enhancements? That was one right there. The 899. That was for that pro enhancement. That's that PS5 Pro Pisser 2. Now later on, you're gonna start. I'm telling y'all right now. I got a gut feeling. So's gonna start charging y'all for PS5 Pro enhancements. On pro patches, $10. You can play the game standard. If you want that pro patch, $20, $30. You know why? Because look, they gonna be like, look, we do it. We put work into this console. You know what I'm saying? This is a blood, sweat, and tears going to this console with these pro patches. So hey, we're gonna start charging y'all for this. Watch it. I'm telling y'all, watch that happen. We're gonna start charging y'all every little pro patch they put out. Pro tax. They gonna be like, oh, y'all want the pro? Y'all love the pro? Pro tax. Pro tax that ass. Pro tax that ass. Yeah, so I got the feeling it's gonna happen, guys. You watch and see. You're gonna start seeing pro hands, right beside that pro hands, you're gonna start seeing 12.99, 20.99. Pro patch. Look, you know why? Look. Okay. look at the OG PS5, right? Now, you had I think they had like a Spider-Man 1, right? And then they did like a Spider-Man remake or something like that. It was a Spider-Man upgrade for $10 for that. Remember that? The upgrade cost $10 for PS5. Not for sure. Spider-Man was on PS4 or PS5. The OG Spider-Man, I guess it was a PS4 version that they upgraded to PS5. I can't remember what it was, but like I don't know if it's the upgraded PS5 version or it's a remake. I can't remember. All I know is this though. I got a feeling they're gonna start charging for pro patches. You watch and see. Cause Sony likes to nickel and dime people, guys. Remember that. They will nickel and dime a nigga like crazy. So keep that in mind. Watch and see. And remember, and I said it first. I said it first. Out of anybody you ever heard from YouTube talking about it, I said it first. Sony's gonna start charging you guys for pro patches. They just did it with that PSSR update. You're gonna start charging for pro patches pretty soon. I don't know about this gen, but maybe next gen for PS6. You watch and see. Watch and see. All right, guys. That's all I had to say. Expect to see pro patch increased prices. I mean, sorry, pro patches on games for price tags on them. Just prepare for it, bruh. Prepare for it, bruh. Anyway, look, guys, that's it in the video. This is Burlesque Guide signing out. Like, share, subscribe. Take it easy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.